Yeah, welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone is having a fabulous Friday. It's almost the weekend, baby. Okay, I know a lot of people are excited about the weekend. Plus, next week we have 4th of July coming up. So, it's kind of like that time where you get to relax, okay? Just kind of chill. It's definitely the summertime, time for fireworks and things of that sort. Daddy had things of that sort coming up. So let's see who we have here. We have a great live coming up right now. So make sure y'all tap that like button. Let everyone know that we are live. Okay. Good morning, Ate. Welcome. Thank you for being first in the building. I appreciate that. We'll look at it later. I appreciate that, sis. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome, Janet Lifestyles. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I appreciate your support. Hey, boo. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hi, Kathleen. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Okay, Royal D, the queen, is in the building. Thank you for joining, sis. Welcome. Hi, Vicky. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Hi, Miss Ashley is in the building. Knowledge is key is in the building. Thank y'all for joining, ladies. Hi, Brenda. Welcome. Okay, so we're going to get into it, y'all. Before we get into the main topic, let me address a couple of housekeeping rules, okay? Because I saw a couple of people. Now, y'all know I try to keep all of my comments underneath my videos. I don't care if you have a differing opinion about what I'm talking about, but we're going to keep it respectful, okay? On the app and underneath my videos. Hi, Serenity Speaks. What did Latte say? Did you see, girl? Latte. Wait a minute, girl. Okay, this you're gonna take me out of my subject matter. I'm not gonna go too deep into that. Girl, I'm trying to still figure it out. Now I told y'all we weren't gonna see those babies till they start walking. I've been saying that since the beginning, okay? And until I see it full head on, I still have a piece of my mind wondering what is really going on. Oh my goodness, don't get me started. So, okay, a couple of housekeeping things. Now, let me just say this. Okay, as content creators, when we are showing someone else's work, okay, and Miss Junie, you're blocked. So just in case you are looking at this video, if we're showing someone else's work, we cannot just bring their video up and play it straight through. It goes against YouTube's policy. Okay. If you wanted to watch the video straight through, well, it would have been a great idea to go over to that person's channel and just watch it straight on through. Okay. However, it's not on that person's channel because they privated the live. So I guess you can come back and just watch without commenting on the video. Okay, we cannot just sit there and play someone's video straight through without commentating after a certain amount of time. Okay, so yeah, you want to watch the whole thing with no interruptions, you need to go exit left and go to that person's channel. All right. Another thing, I can talk however much I want to talk on my videos and on my lives. What's the point of listening? It's commentary. Okay, what y'all want me to do? Just sit here and be quiet? Hey, y'all. Okay, I'm here. That's what y'all want me to do. Okay, so For that lady who had that comment, let me clarify for the majority. If you're watching a live, people are going to commentate. Okay. That's the whole point of coming over here, is to listen to us talk. It, at least with me and my channel, y'all not just listening to me talk. I'm reading y'all's comments and saying what y'all are saying. Okay, I'm reading y'all's comments aloud. Some people, I'm going to their channels, they don't even do that. Okay. They just talk. Okay. So maybe you're new, okay, over here at the open book. So I just wanted to clarify and clear up those little things, those little housekeeping things, before we go into the topic of the day. Okay, hey, Daily Sis with Jazzy is in the building. Hey, Elena, welcome. Y'all, I was over there with Daily Sips last night. I'm so proud of my sis. She is doing an awesome job. We were just talking about all kind of things in her chat. So what they would have said over there last night, because we just talking. Okay, we're talking about a variety of things. Good morning, Miss Nancy. Welcome. Okay, thank you. Hey, boo. She said you have to comment, stop, and go and put writing or things underneath the video. Okay? I'm telling you, that is crazy. Some people just I don't know. It was too early for that. I woke up to that and I left one of the comments, but the other person that was just being rude, bye. Okay, we don't have time for this. It's Friday. I don't know why you woke up so angry, but bye. Okay, go find somebody. Go to the original content creator and watch the whole thing with no interruptions. All right, so we're going to get into a topic that I've been wanting to over the past week, but I took my break. I gave y'all a little short that this was coming, but y'all, I took me a break at the end of that week, and yeah, I had to get on back into it. Latte said, I'm going to post my AI baby that I will be gifting my hubby today for his birthday. But girl, it's a lot that goes into that. I'm just not understanding how she's making it work so long. Because they've taken the baby's places. So I know other people not crazy and saying hi and holding an AI baby. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Dreamy Girl, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to talk about a topic today that as we go from sector to sector, y'all, this thing is serious. Okay, it's serious business. I know we'll make it entertaining as y'all usually do. Okay, but I think it's something that we need to discuss. Now, let me just say this. When I'm talking about this topic, I'm not talking about it from the standpoint of us having YouTube names as we are commenting into these chats. Okay, we know for security reasons we're not going to have our government names. Okay, best believe we know your real name not Bootylicious. Okay, we know your real name is not Sunshine J. Okay, so we know those are not your real names. Okay, for security, no one is going to come on here and just put all of their business on YouTube. They're not going to operate under their real names. Okay, what we're talking about is from the standpoint of people covering that their identities to the point that they are manipulating others, that they are using it to trick others into believing that they are a certain person to gain, okay, taking over other people's identities. We're talking about like the serious stuff, okay? We know Ramalena's not your real name, okay? So we're not talking about that kind of stuff, but y'all, we're talking about it from like some people mentally, okay, ill, doing some stuff out here on these YouTube streets, and how you have to be aware of some things that are happening to protect yourself. It's no longer a game. It is serious business. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, thank you, Jimmy Girl. If y'all want to help me reach my goal this morning, you can send a super chat or super sticker of any amount. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. And also, Dreamy Girl put some other ways of support into the chat as well. Hey, Peace Be Still, shout out to you, sis, for the super chat and for being a sponsor for today's live. She said, good morning, open book and chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. She said, Latte is a part of my real name. Girl, okay. Some people have some of their real names and some people don't. Well, y'all, recently, there's a content creator. Okay, first, let me kind of say this because I know some of y'all are in that sector, some of y'all are not. And I've seen it divided in multiple sectors, where it's a side over here, side over there, and things like that. That's not just one sector. But in this one particular sector of the Latrue sector, there are kind of sides, okay? Now, this has been going on probably for almost 3 years. This year will be 3 years, okay? And there was one particular person that I don't care what side you were on, you kind of have gotten to know some of the names in the chat over that course of years. Okay, a lot of people know open book from both sides because you would see me in the chats. I was modding for a lot of the content creators when it was the true side. In the beginning, I was a mod for a lot of those channels and so forth. So you would kind of get to see certain people. Dreamy Girl has been around. You know, people get used to these names. And so on the other side, you want to say, you know, call it sides. It should, I don't think it's any more sides. It was the Brie side, okay? There was this one lady who was in the chat, and no matter what side you were on, we've seen that name throughout the course of these 3 years. Well, recently, I don't know what prompted, and I told Alexis I was going to bring this up when she was in my chat the other day. She noticed that the lady who was operating underneath that name, and she had a certain picture, it was not her picture of who she was. Okay, so yes, and let me just say this. I know some of y'all got different emojis and pictures. Okay, we know you know found a picture somewhere. You don't want people to see what you really look like. I'm not talking about that. Hey, Healing Hearts, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, Bullseye, welcome, sis. I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about from the standpoint that this lady had taken the identity of a real person. Okay, she was taking the identity of a real person. She copied the lady's picture as her profile picture. Okay, so when they went to look up the girl, come to find out, she looked totally different than the picture she had on there. Okay. But the other side of that was it was a real person. It wasn't just like a fake picture, it was a real person. And she was posting and talking about her life from the standpoint of the other person. There's Alexis. Hey, Alexis. Yeah, I told you last week. Remember, I was going to bring this up. Okay. Good morning, my 2 cents. She had taken on the lady's identity, y'all, as if it was her. Okay. So imagine, not only am I saying, okay, I'm going to call myself Juicy Fruit. Okay. No. Say, for example, there's a real person named Sandra Lane living out here as a millionaire. She put Sandra Lane's picture on her profile. Yes, Mama. Okay, and this is when I tell y'all it's not funny. It is to the point, y'all. Okay, she put Sandra Lane's picture as her picture. She started watching. Now notice this. You have to watch. Good morning, those of you who are coming in. You have to watch a person to really know their life. Okay. So she had to have been watching the real person's profile to know a lot about this woman's life. So she started sharing things onto her social media and saying and talking from an attitude of I'm better than you because I got this, I got that, showing the lady's pictures underneath her picture, underneath her profile, as if that's her house. She done took a whole picture from that lady's page of her house and had it onto her page. Okay, as if it's her house. Okay, her children, as if it's her children. Now she didn't use the husband. Oh my god. Oh, this part did tickle me. And go, I'm trying not to laugh. Hey Pearl, welcome everyone coming in. Yes, Dreamy Girl, it's scary. Okay, I don't know why she didn't use the husband. Y'all, she made up a whole other husband. Okay. I don't know whose husband that was. Okay. I don't know whose husband that was. But she had a picture of a different husband. She wasn't feeling the real husband for some reason. Okay. Y'all, that goes beyond just using a stage name. Yeah, and the children. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, now I'm trying to remember if she left off one of the children. I can't remember if she. It's weird. I some details I kind of blotted it out because I said this is crazy. Yes, okay. Hey, boo, girl. So I'm like, this is scary. Okay, it's scary because do we truly know who is behind the mask? And I wanted to show y'all, and it wouldn't do as my thumbnail. I gotta fix it as my thumbnail. But y'all, AI, this AI thing is making it easier, right, Dreaming Girl? The husband wasn't her type in her fake life. Okay, y'all, when I tell you AI is making it easier for people to portray, okay, and to bamboozle folks. Let me show y'all when I type in what this particular live was about. Y'all, it kind of scared me. Okay. Now, this here is a picture of me. Hey, Darice, welcome. Okay. Hey, Boo says she's not going to use her face. You got to cover your stuff up. See, this goes to show you. You also, good morning, all you two T. This, you got to cover your business up. Because one thing is going to show us as we talk about this topic is you got to watch how much information you're putting out here on the internet because you don't know who's trying to take over your life. Who out here has copied you? Okay, I'm telling you. Let's see. Pearl said, I just want to be my space. Okay. In peace and not have y'all doubt or question the mister. I'm telling you, girl, you have to be careful. Kathleen said, I don't want anyone to wear my shoes and don't want to wear anyone else's shoes. Exactly. Let's see, all kind of scary. Wait, AI is kind of scary. I'm sorry. And hey, live because people are going too far with it. Made up families and all. Yes, made up families, made up pictures, all of that. So you don't know who it is behind these profiles. Okay, I know we get to talking and things like that. You don't really know who it is behind. To be honest, a lot of the content creators. Okay, baby, because some we have never seen. We have never seen them. Okay, and hey, it's your thing. Hey, I come live randomly too, but y'all have seen. I got videos of me. I do come live here and there and show who I am. Okay, some people we never seen. Daily Sip said, that is so true. It's some crazy people out there. Yes, I'm telling you, it wasn't long after either Lex or M exposed the real picture. Right. Okay. So then let me continue with the story also of how this came out. Good morning, Miss Mandy. So then, y'all, once Alexis showed the side by side, so she showed the side by side of the real life person, and she showed the side by side with the person she was impersonating. Okay. Well, her team, her group, her family, her community must have seen that, and they started looking deeper into it. Now, I don't know the logistics of behind the scenes of what they started finding out, but they tracked down the real person. Okay. And this girl that was the impersonator, or the imposter, she was saying that she lived in California, right? Well, the house, you can tell by looking at the house, it's not in a California scene, anyways. Like, I've watched Selling Sunset, all of these little realty shows where they're selling homes. Baby, those homes look nothing like that house that she was saying that she lived in. They don't even have trees and things like that. So I think she didn't think that part through, because the lady, the real lady, didn't even live in California. So she didn't like the location either. Okay. The real lady lived. Now it's been a couple weeks since. Does anyone remember where that real lady lived? Was it? It was like oh dog. Was it Memphis? I don't want to say the wrong place, but it's been a couple of weeks since all this came out. But it was like, it wasn't California. Okay. By the way, y'all, okay. Yes, I know Mandy. Mm-hmm. See, Mandy. Some people identify themselves. They don't want us thinking they're an imposter. She said, "Child, my eyebrows raised when I saw that picture, because it was no way it was cosmetic surgery. No, it was two different people." Okay, so then her people started looking more into it. Okay, and finding out that that was not the same lady. It was a totally different lady than the real lady. Okay, the real lady is got money, okay, and rich. She really was. Her husband is, I believe, African. They have a lot of money. They have housekeepers. Okay, so those type of people, they got some money and stuff. You can, now I ain't gonna say that, because you can nowadays get housekeepers off a thumbtack. Okay. They charge you $50 an hour. So I'm not gonna even say that. Now, if they some live-in housekeepers, they your nannies, things like that, that's totally different. But you can get housekeepers off of thumbtack. But y'all, this is also something that to me was a little sick. Now, the real lady, her housekeepers got detained by ICE. Why did the imposter also come into the chat saying that her housekeepers had gotten detained by ICE? And people were like feeling bad, and I guess saying they were gonna pray and all of that. I was like, now how did you come and bring that information? Like, to me, that's doing too much. Okay. That is doing too much if you doing all of that. You taking on the lady's housekeeper story. Now you got the housekeepers all involved in this. That really did happen, but it wasn't her housekeepers. She was keeping up with that lady, watching everything. Okay. Yes, why pretend you can have your own life? Well, some people, though, y'all, if we get into that, they are not happy with their own lives. You can be whoever you want to be on this app. Who's really checking? Okay, good morning, Rebecca. Who's really checking? No one is checking to see if you really have it like that. And to me, the people that come on here always bragging, I got this, trying to be like they're better than everyone. I always side eye them anyways, not out of jealousy or anything like that. But to me, you doing too much. People that really have it like that don't brag about it like that. Okay, like we talk about Thorn, girl, stop. Okay, when you have it like that, you don't have to try to prove it to people. Like, who are we? People don't know who you are behind this app. Okay, so I mean, what are you trying to prove? Who do you want to fit in more? Like, where does that come from? Where are you lacking in your real life that you have to take on someone else's life? Okay, she said, "Well, well, I'm bullseye, but I'm not at the sports bar getting darts thrown at me." Right? Yes. Okay. So for those of you coming in, we're not talking about this from the standpoint of having a fake name on here, fake profile picture or anything like that. We know no one's going to come on here and put their real name. Okay. But when it comes to the point that you are deceiving people by taking on another person's identity. I mean, literally another real person, and you're living that life on social media to be accepted. That's a problem. If you are behind a fake profile trying to be malicious or manipulative so that people would think a certain way to cause drama, that's a problem as well. Okay, because that can happen too. Y'all, even I would say probably a year or so ago, remember I told y'all there were these sides, right? Even on some sides, I'm not going to say which side because I ain't trying to just bring all that back up. People were copying, and I think even recently that started happening again, people's identities from the other sides. So, say for example, Dreamy Girl in here, like we see Dreamy Girl in the chat all the time. Well, on the other side, they had Dreamy Girl too. Okay. And went as far as sometimes putting the same picture. So you didn't know who was an op or not because you got two Dreamy Girls. Is it this one or the, you know, I'm talking about those types of things that can happen as well. You have content creators that can also portray a certain lifestyle too. So let's kind of go through why do people pretend to be someone they're not on YouTube? One reason is for clout or fame. Oh my gosh, y'all. The clout thing is so serious right now. People want to be known, they want to be accepted. Some individuals will fabricate personas to gain followers or to be liked or to get some attention. A dramatic or fabricated backstory can attract more views. So even if you're in the position of a content creator, sometimes if you fabricate a story or make it like this really drastic, like this happened to me, people will tune into you. Okay, they will try to follow you. They'll look up to you and things of that sort. So, hey, Dr. Brave, she said. So now people are YouTube catfishing for clicks and views. Yes, yes, exactly. Okay. Hey, you changed me. Thank you for joining. It's happening. Okay. Right, girl. Okay, they done fabricated. Hey, boots on the ground. Thank you for joining. Susan said, eventually it all comes crumbling down. Eventually, yeah. As if social media wasn't fake enough. Now we've got AI too. Yes, like that's the thing. It's making it harder and harder to distinguish between what's real and what's fake. Does the lady know that essentially her identity has been stolen and used on the internet? Yes, I think they did tell her. Once they found out, because they contacted the lady, and they did let her know that that lady was on there. Now, once that group, okay, the leader of that community came forward. Now, she didn't really want to, but she had to because that lady was contacting other members, okay, people that other family in that group. So she kind of had to put it out there in case that lady was contacting them trying to get their information. And I was in the bushes looking. Some of them had even let that lady do their taxes. Okay, now I don't know if she was pretending to be an accountant too, but you also got to be careful giving out your personal information on here with people talking about they got businesses and things like that. Let me help you fix your credit. Let me do, baby, you better look into some credentials. Okay, let me see. Look on their website. Do they have a website? Do they have some references? Like, do not start just giving your social address, phone numbers out, and things like that because you don't know who they really are. And I'm not saying it to scare, but I'm saying it to be cautious. We have to be more and more cautious. She's pretending to be a person who is known on the internet, though. Exactly that. But I don't think, look how long ago that was. Okay, once she got away with it for a little time, she probably was like, oh, nobody has figured out that it's not me. This girl's been doing this for years. We've all seen that profile for years. So she probably thought she was getting away with it Anyways, if you think about it, my 2 cents said, girl, you got some folks on here digging up what you ate last night. Okay. Where they go out to eat? Okay, she said, well, I'm Hey Boo, but there's a lot of Hey Boos went on lives. Oh, really? I haven't seen any other Hey Boos. Ramalena said, if you have it, you protect it. You don't put it out for the whole world to see. Right. Dr. Brave said, lack of self-esteem, mental health. Yep, mental health issues. Mom should have implemented a plan B. Okay. Who you are and what you truly have will eventually be seen. Yes. Okay. Boots said you can be who you want to on this Boo app, but when the mask comes off, they looking stupid and humiliated as they should. Yes. Hey Nina, welcome. Dreamy Girl said that's why I was nervous about going on panels. They will listen to your voice and go call your grandma who is at home resting. Oh, girl. And hold on, y'all. And hey, Yo-Yo sis, hey, I was looking for you last night. We were on Jazzy's live. I said, where Yo-Yo? Probably at home minding her business. And y'all, this makes this even more outrageous. Do y'all know that there are even voice apps, okay, where people can record voices and call folks? That can happen too. They can just pretend like they're you. They said give kids like a little pin number because they are sometimes calling children saying, "Hey, mommy, this mommy, meet me around the corner. I'm gonna come pick you up from there," and they're thinking it's their parents and it's someone who's coming to take them. People have too much time on their hands. Okay, like it's becoming with all of the new technology. Yes, it is wonderful. ChatGPT, I love it. A lot of these apps, they can do so many different things. But y'all, it gets harder to distinguish between what's real and what's fake. Hi, Letitia. Good morning. Dr. Brave said real individuals who have wealth, peace, power, and class do not have to prove that they have it. It's in their energy and aura. Yes, most people who constantly brag and boast usually don't have much. Right. Okay. No, we didn't. I was using that as an example, sis. Girl, you said we got another one? Okay. Pearl says, oh, but you mean to tell me I can't say I own my space no more? Girl, no. Okay, we're going to look up the real owner. Okay, no lies spoken, open book, because I'm very inquisitive and I saw and said nothing. I knew it was not our dreamy girl. Wait, it was another dreamy girl? I was saying that just to be funny. Okay, wait, I did not know it was another dreamy girl. What? See, I've never seen it though. I was talking to my sister the other day. She annoyed by those types of people, but I just feel bad for them. It must be mentally exhausting to juggle two life. You better say that again. Okay, it must be mentally exhausting to juggle two lives. That's deep. Okay, because you got to juggle who you really are with who you trying to be. Ooh, you better say that. You can, and some people forget the lies that they tell. Hey, Ocean Waves, welcome. Yes, mentally unstable. Girl, it's happening in real life. My friend got scammed out of $4,000 thinking he accepted a legit job offer. Wow. Okay, Ocean Waves says she does her own taxes. Hey, Queen Shailene. So then, who said, hey, Rosie, who said Miss Judy was blocked? She's not blocked. I can't see her. Is she in here? Hey, Jay, welcome. Thank you for joining. Jay said, well, Jay not my name, but I'm not trying. My friend at work had a guy scam her out of $1,600. I warned her. She never listens to me. That can happen. Oh, I'm getting too behind. Okay, let me go down some. Hey, Shelly Shells. Hey, sis. Let me go to the bottom and work my way up. Yeah, wait, really? I've never seen Dreamy Girl's name. Oh, I never seen that. Okay. Technology is a good thing, but can be used in a bad way. Right. So then, y'all, after she told the people in the chat that their sister was not really their sister like that. Like she was a real person, but that wasn't her real name or identity. Hey Lolo, hey sis. Girl, girl, the comments I'm getting behind, so I probably missed some of y'all. Um, they were a little disappointed, shocked, uh, and then of course people turn on you. They started saying some mean stuff, and the girl hurried up and changed. She didn't change her at name, so you could click on her at name, and it went to a whole different profile. The profile picture was changed. Her name had been changed. So my thing is if people get caught, that girl's probably still over there. Okay, under a totally different name and operate as a different person, and she's in their midst. I'm telling you, when you go to a mental thing like that, where you taking on a real person's identity, and we only know of the 3 years that we've seen her in the chats in that sector, but how long has she been doing that? Okay, that means you had to have been following and watching the person so closely until you know their life, how they kind of talk, you taking on that persona. So now all she's going to do is be someone else. Did it really change her mental? Did she have a desire? Because although it was scary and some people laughed at it, y'all, that's serious. That shows a potential mental issue and a desire to want to be accepted and liked. Okay, oh, if I say I have money, they're gonna like me more. Oh, if I say I live in this nice house, they're gonna like me. Some people fake having jobs. Okay, why do you have to fake that? Just go get a real job. Okay, there's jobs out here left and right. I'm just like, really? Okay, another reason people pretend to be who they're someone else. Monetary gain. YouTube monetization, sponsorships, and donations can be lucrative. Okay, if you know how to play the game, it can work in your favor. Okay, well, like these family channels and these kids know how to get kids rich. Okay, I'm trying to get mine up there. They watching videos, likes and things like that. So yeah, YouTube is a money making. That's if you're on here doing different things. Hey, you know it's going to come with some money, right? But imposters may fake credentials, expertise, or even hardships to solicit money. People talking about they got certain degrees, okay? Fake degrees to try to make yourself look smart. Child, we can tell by the way you talk that you have a diploma, okay? And probably stop there, and hopefully it's not a GED. No shame. Okay, at least you finished. But quit coming on here talking about you done got masters, doctorates. Where is it? Okay, where is that knowledge? How do you talk? Expertise. They try to pretend like they know certain things so people will come to their channels and listen to them. But then to fake a hardship to get money, there are people that will do that as well. And you got to recognize between what's real and what's fake. Okay. And I love that my sister Lola, she's in here, and I love her transparency. She's even been keeping her people updated, through her lives and things of what's going on. Okay, where people want to know where their money is going. We got people creating GoFundMe accounts, and I've seen y'all's comments. Okay, people have said, that's why, when something comes out, when someone was faking something, they're like, that's why I don't give to those GoFundMes. That's why I stopped giving on here. People want you to be honest. Okay, if you need a GoFundMe, there's nothing wrong with that. But what are you using the GoFundMes for? We see people with 5 and 6 GoFundMe accounts never did what they said they were going to do. And it breaks the trust of people when you do stuff like that. It's not that you don't need it, but are you being honest with it? So some people will come and be imposters and say, oh, I'm going through this. I know I've seen someone say certain things And they keep saying it, and I'm like, okay. And people just falling for it. You just gotta watch and be mindful of those things. It can happen on social media. Jay said, I be in some bushes too and find myself popping out one yesterday asking a question. I forgot I wasn't that sis. Jay, uh-uh. I said shoes. Let me go on. Hey, I've taken some doctorate, taking some doctorate courses. Let me go on and be Dr. Lakeisha Mabel. Who gonna look into it? Unless they really just want to get at me and say, let me go on and check with the school. Let me see if that. I mean, nobody is going to check you, boo. Okay. But I have integrity. Okay. I'm not going to come out here portraying knowing I haven't gotten the official degree. I'm not about to put that on my name. Some people don't care. They probably applied to the school and said, I'm just going to put the doctor in front of it. Okay. Ocean Wave said, I don't want a real harsh. Okay. Girl, say it again. I don't want a real hardship, let alone a fake one. Okay. Why you make, hold on, y'all. I had to fuss these kids in the house, some from summer school. I'm like, sit down somewhere. I'm on live. See, I ain't got to fake that. Y'all know I fuss. You heard the holler? They in there getting into it. Well, I'm a fake. Say I ain't got no kids. Okay. Lola said yes, but I don't get no help from my GoFundMe. And I'm very honest. Girl, we got to promote that GoFundMe though. We put it out one time. Yeah, okay, I read that one. Yeah, it's so many YouTube doctors. Okay. And I love how Ridgeway said the real future. See, she's being transparent. And welcome, sis. She said, I don't quite have it, but hey, I'm getting there. Okay. I love it. I love it. But yeah, you gotta be careful falling out the bush. Girl, talking about he trying to knock over my water. Just hush. I'm on live. Okay. Let's see. Healing Heart said, loan my neighbor money. I went to jail for. Wait a minute. Wait a second. What? Oh my God. You got to tell us that story one day, Healing Hearts. I'm curious. Letitia said, I'm too honest. I can't help myself. I better get my son to change my name to my screen name. Hello, Letitia. Girl, a lot of us are trying to be honest but hey, yes, Jade, she does. Lola, we need to share that again today. Yes. Let's see. I've given to one GoFundMe the whole time. I've been on YouTube, a small amount. I've just decided not to run behind nobody to see what they spend it on because I gave from a genuine place. Right. And I'm not talking about that, Susan. Of course, people, they don't have to tell you every little bit, if they're asking for money, and some people are giving out of the kindness of their hearts. But what's happening is there are some people that have GoFundMes and they're not using it for the intent that they stated. And so it's breaking the trust of people that really have needs, that really need that. GoFundMe is breaking the trust of supporters until they don't even want to give to those anymore. And it's sad. It's sad that some people have done that. Another reason why someone may imposter or be someone else on YouTube is insecurities. Okay, some creators will build false identities as a way to escape their real life struggles or to feel more accepted. And that's sad, y'all. They want to escape their real lives. That can be a content creator or a supporter. They're like, man, on here, I can tell these people that I've gone to all of these places that I've traveled. I have this car. I'm married. We're happy. That's it. Knowing that they're going through hell behind closed doors, bragging about it, and knowing that that's not really real. But who's going to check? And so people are drawn to that. They're like, I want that life. That's not even their real life. Okay. I want my husband to love me like that. I want to go on trips every month like they do. The pictures they're showing aren't even their real house. They're not their real cars. Who's going to check them, boo? Nobody. Okay, so they just wheeling in the people. Okay, bringing the people on in. Because also, y'all, people want to be accepted. I don't care who you are, you want to be accepted. You want to go somewhere where you feel accepted, where you're celebrated. No one wants to go to a channel or a place and people are like, oh Lord, here they come. Or they not talking to you. No one wants to go to that type of place. So if I tell them this and they're like, oh, hey, they happy every time I come into the chat, or they come into my channel, giving me this, giving me that, let me keep feeding them lies because it's making me feel good. It's not really who I am, but it's making me feel good. Shout out to Letitia for the super chat. She said, I love this live. I'm learning. Well, praise the Lord. I'm glad you're saying that because clearly this morning I woke up to some messages under one of my videos. I had to do some housekeeping in the beginning. Okay. I'm a teacher at heart. So if I break down the background of something, let me do it. Okay. Some people don't know what I'm talking about. So I have to give background. Some stories I put on their videos, people don't know who those people are. So, of course, before I get to the real point, sometimes I got to give a little background so I can bring people to speed in a quick way. Thank you, sis. I'm just saying. Okay, Janet said, I had my ID stolen and it's a mess trying to get it cleared. It's so much to do. Ooh, I'm so sad that happened because that is. Okay, I get so nervous if I can't find my wallet. Hi, is it Asunyemi? Thank you for joining. Okay, I just can't mislead anyone. I get a great night's sleep knowing I did the right thing during the day. Exactly, right. Ridgeway said, open book facts, social media is a place for a lot of people to portray a different life from what they are living. Yes, okay. Right, take me as I am or not at all. Come on now. Social media is a place where people can be anybody they want to. Right. Okay. Rebecca said, that's me. In some chats, it's like that with me. Right. And it's okay. You just want to go somewhere where you're comfortable. But we don't have to lie or be someone else to get that. There's a channel for you. People will accept you for the real you. I love being around genuine people. Okay, and who they really are. They talk noise and all of that. I like that. Be you. Okay, that part I like. I don't like someone faking it. Okay. Another reason, manipulation or control. Imposters may use deception to gain trust, and then they manipulate or exploit others emotionally or financially. So once they've reeled you in, you believe them. You feel like, oh man, I fit in here. They're accepting me. All of this. I got their trust. Then they will try to play on your emotions, okay? And they will try to get your money. And yes, give, of course, out of the kindness of your heart. But you don't want to be manipulated into getting your money with fakeness and imposters, okay? Or people in the chats. That's what I'm saying. It's not just content creators that can do those types of things, but it can be people in the chat. And this young lady was in their chat. She had gained their trust over years. Okay, you just thinking that such and such and such and such. I've been seeing them for years. Okay, I've had a real life situation like that too for years, and then you're like, what? They're not really who they say that they were. And it hurts your heart at first. I'm gonna be honest. But then you like, well, thank you, Lord. I realized it. I'm telling you, I am very on guard right now about who I reach out to, who I talk to behind the scenes and things like that because of certain situations that have taken place and I've seen people to be who they really are. Let's see. Letitia said, I love it here. Y'all made me feel so welcome over here. Don't get me wrong. I support a few others too. Oh, yes. And I thank you, sis. Thank you for coming. I really love y'all as like family anyways, and so that's why we keep that atmosphere over here being welcoming because people will feel more open to being themselves if they feel like they don't have to perform either. Okay. If they feel like, because some people will watch a channel and they're like, man, all the people that's giving money and stuff, they shouting out, doing all this. Well, shoots, let me start giving some money. Maybe I can they'll start liking me and stuff. And they'll start doing that. Not that they genuine, some people don't even have it. Okay, they don't even have it, but for the fact that you shouted them out or the people in the chat liking them more, they will start sending their hard-earned money that they need for bills just to fit in with that content creator or with that particular group of people. And it's sad. You don't have to do that. There are places that you can go where you can feel welcome and be a part without having to be someone else. Social media is a place where a lot of people pretend to be someone who they wish they could be. Yes, I agree, Yo-Yo. Yes. Okay, I'm telling y'all. Let's see, they make you feel a part of something. Exactly. And I've seen that, y'all. And I've said that when we've had this discussion before. Some people just want to be a part of something. Like they're not a part of something in their real lives. So they feel like I can come to social media and that's okay. We do become like a family. Some of us have been like rocking years. So it's okay to have that. But what I'm saying is when it becomes um, out of balance, where you have to perform and be someone else to get that. That's what I'm talking about. Ocean Wave said my identity was stolen years ago. Now I have to get a PIN number every year from the IRS before I can file my taxes. Wow. Oh my goodness. See? But you don't know the people, but you start trusting them. Yes. Yes. Wow. I just like that phrase, fake it till you make it. Yes. Okay. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Oh my goodness. Get inboxes, y'all. We're going to talk about another topic, I guess, later on. I blame these social media apps that allow people to defraud. Yes. Yeah, you need a new phone. Okay, right. Their rent money, bill money. Yep. Okay. What happened, Janet? This tried to obtain a payday loan. She is using my email address. I had to file police reports as well. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm telling you, people are taking it too far, scamming and putting people in danger. Yeah, you got to be careful with that, y'all. It's a lot of that going on. It definitely is. So that's some reasons. So how can you protect yourself? Okay, these are some things you can do to protect yourself. Do your research. Okay, some people don't like to do any research on people, but hey, with this coming up like this, it's not that you don't trust people. You can put it into the frame of, girl, so much happening. I just need to verify something. I ain't trying to be caught up in nothing. But look up claims made by creators or supporters. Okay. Check for consistency. Some people forget their lies. Okay. Credentials or outside verification before you do certain things. Avoid oversharing. Be cautious about revealing personal information, even in private messages or support groups. Because a lot of people got, oh, well, let's take it to the back end. They want to take it back there because they want to do the little scamming and stuff without the public seeing what they're doing. So you really have to be on guard in these private groups and communities. Because there are not a lot of eyes in those little groups like that. Not all of the groups, but hey, just do your homework, do your research. This is the times that we're in. Okay, right. Take care of home first before consider giving. Yes. Ramalena said, right, you got to look into the CEOs of these social media apps because they don't care. Exactly. I'm telling you, Shelly. Ocean Wave said, and the woman who stole my identity lived in the South and tried to file bankruptcy. Well, then, okay. Child, I'm telling y'all, it's these little small groups. They take it offline because see, when it's all out here, and I'm telling y'all to send money, da 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 da. See, everybody can watch this. Anybody can, IRS, everybody can see this. But if I say, hey y'all, hit me up, we're gonna start a little back thing, and I'll tell y'all more about what I'm trying to do so they can get money. It can become cultish. Yes. Okay. They have no limits. Some people have no limits. Okay, I'm telling you, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying not to trust people or that people don't have real stuff going on, but I'm saying these are some tips, some things to think about. Verify before donating. Excuse me. Only give money through verified platforms or nonprofits. Be wary sometimes of the GoFundMe's or Cash App requests without proof. Now, let's say, for example, you are trying to get a lawyer because that's like a big one. Okay, y'all, I don't know what's going on, and no offense to anyone, because I've seen this multiple sectors. Okay, everybody trying to get a lawyer and trying to use a GoFundMe. Now, what you could do if that is true, and you want to be transparent with your people, find the lawyer first. Okay, check out the prices. How much are they charging? Who is the lawyer? Okay, like sometimes you got to give some type of information before you go before the people with it. Because then they're like, I'm just giving. Did the person ever get the lawyer? You know, all of this, what happened with that? They never know what happened with it. And so then they're not trusted as much. Cash out request, y'all, no joke. I had blessed a content creator one time with a cash out, right? And so it was probably months later. This person sent me a request. I never got. I was like, now wait, I've heard about just sending a cash app to a person like when you got it and things like that. But she sent a request to me for a certain dollar amount. So I was supposed to just hit pay and send that. No. It made me feel a certain type of way. I'm gonna be honest. Like, let me give when I can, but just don't just start saying, "Oh, I'm gonna request this amount from a person." I don't know what was going on. Yes, it's insane at this point. How are people still participating? Right. Jay said, I feel bad for the people that are deceived because many will do anything to feel accepted by someone that don't know them and really don't care. Exactly, Jay. I'm telling you. Yes. She sent me a request. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't know how to react to that. Watch for red flags. Drastic story changes. Okay. So if they start changing up this big drastic story that they have, something changes. Excessive secrecy or manipulation. Okay. Pressuring followers to defend them and then using guilt to solicit support or money. Pay attention to those red flags. You'll kind of have a little feeling. Okay, trust your gut. Okay, if you feel like something's off, step back and kind of reevaluate. Don't let your emotional attachment cloud your judgment. Okay, If you feel like this person is oversharing, they're seeming like they're kind of being a little manipulative, controlling right now, let me kind of back up. Let me look at this from a distance. Because let me tell y'all one thing that I did last week, although I wasn't going live, I was watching. I was in bushes more than I usually am. Okay. Yes, girl, I just saw. I got a message. Girl, and I don't believe that mess. Okay, but that's a different story. All right. So I was watching, y'all. I was in chats. And I was all over the place. And it was this one particular chat. And I was just watching. I'm like, now wait a second. I see how this person operates. And I've never watched this person for that long. And I noticed certain things while watching. And I said, oh my gosh, I had an epiphany of something that I felt happen with some supporters. Okay. And how it affected even me in the process. And I said, wow, oh my goodness. Okay. Then we have content creators lying about who they really are. And then people start finding out that what they said was not real. Then they get on the defensive and they try to expose and go after the people who exposed them. I've seen that happen as well. So if you're feeling a certain type of way, sit back and watch. You see a lot more when you're in the bushes than when you're in the chat. I'm gonna be honest. Because sometimes your emotions or you get caught up in talking to each other, you're not really seeing what is at play. One thing God is gonna do is He's gonna give me some discernment on some stuff. Okay. And I thank Him for that. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but it confirms why certain things started happening. And it wasn't the first time, which is why I could peep what was happening with this particular person. Yes, some of them like to take it to discourse and other areas. Right. Y'all, that Discord, okay? I don't even, let me tell you, a lot of those things I don't even know, don't want to know about it. Okay. One content creator is trying to get a lot of people to come to a Discord. I don't even know what they do back there. I don't even want to know about it because it's another playground for some deception to take place, manipulation. It's just another little playground. You're just kind of doing it on a smaller scale and can get your people more into it. Just trust your gut. I'm not telling you not to trust people. I'm not saying that everybody's not genuine. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is be careful of the ones who are not or that are doing some dirty things. These are some red flags, some clues, some things like that that you just have to be cautious of. Yes, don't beat yourself up. Lesson learned. Your heart is still open when the right occasion occurs. Yes. And I missed what had happened. I'm just more cautious now. I was new to YouTube. Yeah, yeah. And some people are. Y'all better stay out the bushes, all those creepy crawlers hanging out. Okay. Thank you, Lolo. Shout out to the mods in the building. Okay. I've applied the discernment I learned too in my life too. Yeah, you have to. Hey T, welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, the word Discord speaks for itself. Okay, that's a good point, Susan. It speaks for itself. I don't even want to know about it. To be honest, I have enough going on between YouTube and trying to keep up with this and my business stuff right now. I really don't even, I can't, two channels. No, I'm going to just stay out here. Because that's when you start getting into trouble. I'm like, So, yes, y'all, it's some craziness out here. People are being imposters. Wait, what are they doing? Trying to justify a $24.99 YouTube channel membership is diabolical. uh, but some people will pay that. Now, if you're paying that, uh, what, like, what are you getting for it? So you just have to see if it's worth it. Some people look at it as a donation. Okay. I like this content creator. I'm just going to donate $25 a month. Okay. Some people don't have to get anything from it. Hi, Tasha. Welcome. YouTube have so much evil things going on with these evil folks just throwing God in their foolishness and think God have any dealing with darkness. Right. Exactly. Let's see. Impressing people to support. Yeah, that can happen too. Okay. I'm telling you, it can happen too. So yeah, just be on the lookout, y'all. Be careful. There are imposters in the midst. And like, just if you were coming in late, go back and listen to the replay of how you can protect yourselves. What are things to kind of think about? Why do people pretend to be someone they're not? And we're not just talking about, changing your name to a little nickname on here. We're not talking about those types of things because, yes, we all have nicknames. Y'all know my name, not open book. Okay. So I'm not talking about that, but the malicious side and when people are taking on someone else's total identity to fit in, to be a part, to be liked, the mental side of that. Those are the things that we're talking about. Then we got the AI stuff. People faking what their baby's looking like. Like, why? Who you already? That's gonna be my next live. Okay. You already not showing your babies. And we not even at this point, a lot of people have forgot about the babies at this point. Okay. We don't care like that. Peach had her baby December. Okay. Has already shown her babies. Some people have been mean, have talked about her babies, but she still shows her baby. She does not care. Then you got this other one. She thinking somebody care like that, and no one cares like that. Putting the cartoon filters, then you go from putting the cartoon filters to now I'm gonna put something on there that looks like AI. Girl, stop it. It's not that serious. Okay. Those babies are going to look back and say, my mommy, something was wrong with her. That's not what I look like. It's crazy. What in the world is going on? I'm sick of it. You got AI. You're going to get so used to being AI until you're not going to like the real you or the real babies. Everything does not have to be a filter. Okay, embrace who you are. I know these apps have taken it to a whole new, like, it can make you skinny. It can give you the nose that you want and been wanting. It can give you more breasts. It can give you more butt. All of that. But baby, it becomes dangerous and unhealthy if it goes from just a little healthiness, like you doing it every once in a while, until that's your whole life now. Okay, that's not who you are. Stop it. Okay, cut it out. We will accept you as the real you. You do not have to pretend because we don't know you anyways. Okay, slap a flower on as your profile picture, put Flowerlicious or Flower Girl on a name, and girl, just be you. If you're a guy, slap a basketball. Put a basketball on there as your profile picture and put Slim Jim. Okay, come on in these chats. We don't know who you are anyway. Just stop. Wait, Michael, hold on. Yes, Ramalena, and that's sick. Okay, that is sick. It's disgusting. Quit doing that. Yes, right. Leave her babies alone. Those babies did not ask to be brought into this world. Leave babies alone. Now, what we talking about is the mama. She's doing the most. We're not talking about the baby. Okay, we're talking about the mama putting filters, AI stuff out there on this situation. Okay, right. Just stop it. She does, Jay. She really wants to show them, but she's afraid from yeah. And why she should She know that's Ike. Okay, she better listen to Ike. She already knows that she does not listen to Ike. what will happen. Okay? Right. Slap a basketball on and call yourself Billy or whoever. Okay? Quit trying to be something that you're not. It's not healthy. Okay? If it's something you don't like, let me give you a tip right quick. If it's something that you do not like about yourself, it could be anything, your credentials, the way you look, certain stuff. Y'all listening, this is what you can do. Just don't bring it up. Don't talk about that thing. No one will ever know. Okay? If you're not a doctor, we don't know. Okay, so why bring it into the mix? If you don't like how you look, we don't know what you look like anyways. Just don't talk about it. Okay? Let's see here. I'm going to do a picture of myself. Okay, see hey, embrace you. If you want to show who you really are, do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. Not I eat the cake. Right. Oh my gosh. But thank y'all so much. This has been a great live. Thank y'all for sharing the information that you shared. Shout out to all of the sponsors in the chat today. I believe that I forgot to star those comments. Golly. Hold on, y'all. I believe it was Letitia. I forgot the other person. It was Letitia. Oh, peace be still. Thank you, ladies, so much. Rebecca said, love you, open book. That's why I love you. I love you too, Rebecca. Embrace you. Yes. Okay. That's what we're going to do, y'all. We are not living fake lives. Okay. If we don't have it, don't talk about it. If you want it, you can get it. Okay. Let me put that there too. If you want a certain look, you can get a certain look. If you want a certain lifestyle, you can get it. Don't have me bring out last night's live that we did, Encouraging Word. You better speak it into the atmosphere and quit trying to be something that you're not. People will still embrace the real you. You don't have to run from that. Okay? Thank you, Shelly. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, subscribe. And don't forget, y'all can do it on the next one, to hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you all so much for joining. Special shout out to all the moderators. And until next time, be blessed.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like, share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.